All right. Blue, green, Oko. So we've got our 8 ways to accelerate on turn 1. We've got 4 Once Upon a Time to help us find those things a little bit more consistently. We've got Oko, Thief of Crowns to pump out food, turn our own bad creatures into 3/3s, turn our food into 3/3s, turn our opponent's things into 3/3s if they're too good. We've also got 4 copies of the Great Henge here. This card's super powerful. Something to note that curves really nicely in Standard is Lovestruck Beast on 2 or 3 allows you to play Great Henge the following turn, because Lovestruck Beast makes the Great Henge cost just 4, which is nice. And then he's got a bunch of other constructed playable cards here. Questing Beast, Growth Chamber Guardian's very reasonable. Got 4 copies of Brazen Borrower here, so let's go ahead and dive on into some games and see how this one goes. Yeah, Growth Chamber Guardian has really good synergy with the Great Henge as well. It draws a card and finds a friend right away. Hey, thanks for the 14 months of support, Jared. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. 4 Henge is ambitious. Can you tell me why you think 4 Henge is ambitious instead of... This is not corporate America. Your buzzwords don't cut it here. Don't tell me 4 Henge is ambitious. Be constructive and specific and tell me why it's good or bad. Should I make the Great Henge more agile? Would that be better? If the Great Henge was more agile, would it be better? Is that the idea? Needs more tempo. Got to get some more synergy. All right, this is a little bit late, but that's fine. Hey, LaShawn, thanks for the Prime Support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. I have no idea. I haven't played the deck yet. If you keep reading, I say we'll see how it goes. And I asked you to be constructive. I said be constructive. Henge is great. We basically always want one in play. Is our deck on blockchain? Asking the real questions. That human token is gorgeous. I guess the fact that it's gorgeous is fitting, right? Because thematically, this is the beauty to go with the beast, right? That's thematically what's going on there. Huh? I think I just play this, right? While the playing is good. Looks like our opponent might be playing Yarok Field. Correct. Yeah, this needs any 1/1 to attack. All right, it's a free 2 points of life. Good note. All right, so we just Oko. I think we Oko and then like Grazer attack them for a bunch, right? Yeah, I'm sure I want to target Grazer with this ability. All right, so I'm expecting them to be a Yarok Field deck, right? So what does that mean? I probably want these Disdainful Strokes. I probably don't want Mystical Dispute just because they're probably going to generate a good amount of mana a lot of the time. Iggy Nasty, thanks for the 20 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. These are great because they don't get blocked by zombies, and it's just like a busted card in general. Do I want Ceratops? Ceratops dodges their, what's it called? There's probably not much to bounce with this card, huh? Yeah, Galta rotated. I think I'm going to bring in these Ceratops, like a haste threat that doesn't get blocked by Yarok. Let's try it. Let's try this. Yeah, it also blocks Yarok reasonably. Very true. I think I keep this. I think like 3-4 is like worth keeping. This is technically a 1-drop too, right? It's not like a constructed playable 1-drop, but it gives us something to do with our mana. I was a little worried there for a second. They were about to thought erasure us and make us embarrassed. Our adventure cards on the stack, both the creature and source, is only what they're cast as. So adventure cards are creatures everywhere, except when they're on the stack as an instant or sorcery. Veil could be okay. What am I cutting for Veil? Would be my question. I don't feel like I have very reasonable cuts for Veil. And we need 2 minutes for a rank match. Close your client and reopen it, Bob. Do I offer this attack? Yeah, I think I do. And then this is an instant, remember, so we'll cast this at the end of their turn. Off the Great Henge mana. No Cavalier here, no Risen Reef is good for us. Once upon a time, there was a... counterspell. Once upon a time, there was a counterspell from the opponent. Rock! Thanks for the 16 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having an excellent Thursday. Sure? This gives me a guaranteed creature to hit, right? Yeah, and like the rest of these suck, so thanks? This thing has haste. Okay, keyword soup. Vigilance, Death Touch, haste. Can't be blocked by creature with power 2 or less. When it deals combat damage to opponents, deals that much damage to a planeswalker they control. Combat damage can't be fogged. All right. Everybody got that? Did you take notes? We all on the same page? They notably have 2 Overgrown Tombs in play currently, so they're still pretty far off 3 Overgrown Tombs in play. God, the Great Henge is really good. Driving in my Ceratops, beep beep. Hope no one wrecks into me. Once upon a time, there was a very angry dino. Angry Dino numero dos. Haste. There might be something to this Ceratops card, right? I mean, this activation is lethal, right? So I assume they have something. Nope. Actual nothing. Hey, the man, the myth, the legend, the Day9 TV. Hope you're doing well, Sean. Happy release day. How's everybody out there doing? Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream Magic full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week on exciting release weeks like this. As always, love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my wonderful sponsors here really quick. The Vitamin String Quartet creates unique instrumental string arrangements of everything from Zelda to Zeppelin, and they would love to underscore your next gaming session. You can find them streaming now on services such as Spotify and Apple Music. BCW Supplies, the only ones I trust to protect my paper TCG cards, using code HOAGLANDIA at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there with them. Their Elite Guard 2 sleeves are a fantastic product at a great price point at just $8 before my discount code for 100 sleeves. Welcome back, the Day9 TV. I appreciate it. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help you turn your cards into other cards or to other players. There's no haggling, and they just take 1% fee off the top. So take some of your Eldraine cards this weekend and turn them into the ones you actually want there using their service. And finally, the Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, be sure to check out their streaming coverage as well every month at twitch.tv/NRG series. See if we can find another match here with our blue-green Oko deck. Is the new mastery system broken for anybody else? I bought the 10 extra levels and it worked for me, so maybe they're just having some lag time. I know on previous release days they've had some server lag time where it took a while for things to catch up. Though you would optimally pay as little mana as you could for Great Henge, I want to see Karn animated into a 10/10. That sounds hot. This thing is actually kind of awkward, right? So, like, this is tapped, and the first one of these is tapped, so I can't go 2/3. And, like, double Growth Chamber in the opener kind of sucks, so I think I'm actually going to mulligan this because the mana's awkward, and it has 2 Growth Chamber Guardians. I also have 8 1-mana accelerants in this deck that I wouldn't mind drawing into. Alright, so this is a hand that looks bad at a glance, but this once upon a time statistically is a land, right? So we're going to keep this and bottom this Great Henge, and we'll get to cast this once upon a time for free and pick a land up here. The sweet thing is that in Modern 2, you'll even be able to keep hands like this on the draw against discard decks, because this is an instant. So you'll be able to just, like, do this at instant speed, which is sick. It's like, if they thought easier, you're like, nah, it's not a problem, just, like, do my thing, go. There's no reason to not wait to draw your card before playing once upon a time. That's true. That is an accurate observation. I agree with you. I was mostly just talking about it being an instant and wanted to play it at instant speed because we were talking about it. But you are correct. In this specific instance, there's nothing gained. There's nothing gained by waiting. The end result is about the same. Like, I'm still taking a land even if I draw a land. So, like, the actual results here, this is one of those Magic players pushing their glasses up on their face and being, but actually, Jeff, you weren't strictly optimal. When, like, the reality is, like, the decision tree doesn't change regardless of what you're saying. I think because this land is tapped, I'd like to go tapped land, make a 1/1, and then I can set myself up to play a 3/3 next turn. So here's the thing about a card like the Great Henge, Caker. The Great Henge is a card that's going to provide so much advantage when you have it in play that you can afford to draw extra dead copies of it. So this card is so powerful that it's okay if you draw a couple of bricks. Once you get it going. Okay, just like play a 5/5 here, right? Like block the 3/4. Set the Henge up for next turn if I draw a land. Emmanuel, thank you for the 3rd of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Ooh, Bant, you say. So the only conversation about not playing 4 is it's uncastable if you don't have a board. In my opinion, the answer to that statement is not don't play it. The answer to that statement is play more cards that enable it. Hey, look, it draws a card and then it draws itself. Not bad.jpg. It's very good, Day 9. This card is super powerful. And so the Great Henge builds itself to start a little bit, because I'm pretty confident that every Great Henge deck is supposed to start with 4 of these and 4 of these. Ooh, they didn't Oko my Great Henge. That's good for us. They didn't Oko my Great Henge. I have a backup, but like I'd rather play more creatures next turn. This card gains us 2 life a turn too, which is sick. All right, so let's start with this, I think. Is it possible we want Hydra instead of Borrower? Maybe. Some removal in the main doesn't seem unappealing. Huh? Let's go ahead and kill their token here. Kick it. So I kind of want to pressure their Oko, right? Can you explain what was medium about the Borrower there? Because the Borrower seems very good in this situation here. And again, Borrower seems very good. So can you explain why you think it's medium? Because it seemed very good so far. Yes, if you don't have anything else to do with your mana, you can evolve Growth Chamber Guardian with the Great Henge trigger on the stack and make it a 5/5. So again, this is why explanations are good instead of just generic, you know, feels good, feels bad, needs more tempo, seems clunky. Like, explain what you mean so we can engage and have a conversation about it. Because I definitely disagree with the assessments that I'm hearing, but people aren't being descriptive to really engage and talk about why. Well, my opponent has a bunch of 1/2s in their deck for some reason, so... No interest in swapping to cardboard live, Maloney. Wonderful. We'll see them start turning their food into 3/3s. Hives! Thanks for the 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. That attack's pretty aggressive. Considering, like, my Great Henge is gaining me life every turn. Hey, Pickle Bolas. Thanks for the half a year support. Welcome back. Yeah, I think Rankle Cats is the one I'm most excited about, too. Seems like an easy trade there. It's not agile enough. Yeah, exactly. So I got plenty to do with my mana so far, so let's just do this. Yeah, the Great Henge giving us just, like, tons of life to, like, tread water with has been really powerful. I think I'm gonna Oko their 4/5 here. Like Lovestruck Beast as a 6/6. Draw a card like Oko. Like the flow of cards from this plus the Growth Chamber Guardian has just been quite absurd this game.
You are fouler than a fiend.
How many packs do I usually buy to get all of a set? About 250. Which, I actually didn't have to buy that many of this time around, because I had 100,000 gold saved up, which was sick. Change the trigger order? What do you mean?
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel and worms rule.
Have a 3/3. Tracking elks is going to be kind of annoying in paper. I guess you could, like, take an elk token and, like, put them over the card. They must not realize they can Oko my hedge. Yeah, this Lovestruck Beast is going to make a 1/1 for us, for sure.
Surely you see the humor here.
All right, so what are we doing? We're playing a land to start. No, Great Henge only makes token creatures, non-token creatures bigger. I don't really want to get aggressive towards them. I think I need to take their Oko out of play, though, huh? I think I just do this. Why can't I cast my borrowers? I mean, I can cast the borrowers. Nobody said we can't. There hasn't been a good opportunity to cast the borrowers, a good reason to. Oh, you're saying, why can I? Because that's how adventures work. After you play the instant half, I read that as can't. Adventures, this is just how adventures work. You can cast the creature half after you play the instant half. These are technically in exile right now. All right, so their Oko
My
is
vision.
gone. Let's send the Lovestruck Beast on an adventure and then cast him. Really? Huh. Well, that kind of bites. Huh. Well, I guess I'm going to start with this then and see where we go. Yeah, I should technically sequence that the other way, right?
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
Oh, I forgot to enable full control mode there. That's super awkward. So I wanted to make this a 5/5, but I have to turn on full control mode to do that. I'll have to remember that for the future. Hey, thanks for the 5 months, Android. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh. People were asking about client lag, feeling like some of it's still there. Is it crazy to just click submit? Deputy Detention seems great in the current meta. What's the current meta? The 12 games or whatever you've watched me play, or the 3 dozen games you've watched other streamers play, do not a metagame make. Anecdotal evidence is not data. Do I want Mystical Dispute? Like, what am I cutting for these cards, chat? Like, what am I cutting? Remember, sideboarding's a 1-to-1 process. Yeah, I started as soon as the update was live today, Brave Earth. This update wasn't scheduled to be live till noon, but it went live early, which is nice. So I'm just gonna click submit. You want to cut my ramp spells when I'm on the draw against another ramp deck? I think that's not ideal. I'm not sure why people want to cut. I think cutting my ramp creatures is a mistake in a matchup like this. I also think Borrower's very good because it lets us win combat with a trick. It answers ooze tokens. It deals with random 3/3s that they've turned their food tokens into. Yes, and even more, many of the games that are currently being played are people playing bad deck mirror matches. Some of the worst competitive testing you can get right now is playing random games on the ladder because lots of people are just slamming sweet new things, right? This hand, again, looks a little bit medium, and then you're like, oh, wait, this is a land. And if this is a land, I think that's fine. Not amazing, but definitely fine. And this time we'll wait until our turn to cast the Once Upon a Time for free, because it's technically correct to draw my card, even though regardless of what we draw, obviously because we were drawing a great... Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, no, chat. Are we gonna get caught with our hand in the cookie jar? Oh, no. The hubris, chat. The hubris. You know what they say, the pride cometh before the fall. Hey, whew! Whew! I'm gonna cast this now before they can Frilled Mystic me. Because I need to get this down before, so I can start slamming these Great Henges. File for comp, that's not how Once Upon a Time is supposed to work, right? What is this nonsense? Alright, so the Goose is going to pump out a food token this turn. Yes, that's very true. Bottoming 4 non-lands and drawing a 5th non-land does greatly increase the probability that we see a land. That's definitely the case. Nah, hedge is great. If you have a hedge in play, it doesn't matter that you drew extra ones, generally speaking, because the hedge is going to power you through. So, like, if we draw an untapped land here, we get to, like, hedge Grazer and start drawing cards, like, in a very, very reasonable spot. Let's stack these this way, so if I draw a land, we can put it into play. Rats. That's almost a land, right? It's like land adjacent.
Oh dear.
Is this still legendary? I think this is still legendary, right? Opponent finally read their magic card and figured out they could do that. I just clicked past a free block. The reason why I didn't block was the same reason my opponent attacked, which is that we're both very stupid. We are aware of the current issues and are working on a solution. Hashtag we released, boys and girls. We're released. We're super released. Release ready software. Woo! Pino Graham, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, Magic Online. Wait, is this not Magic Online? Did I dream that up? That did just, that was real life. It's not a fantasy. Do 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 do. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. We've not seen any white cards out of them yet. Once upon a time, there was a Frilled Bistic out of my opponent's hand.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me. Let's broaden your existence.
Did they just trade with my Great Henge? God bless. God bless us, everyone. People are asking what cards have been good. This card's absurd. Not just good, absurd. There's matches to be won if you can find the best deck that plays this card. I would like to block.
tears are gone.
Here's questing soup here. Keyword soup, whatever you want to call it. He does a lot of stuff. Certainly. Certainly. Listen, the heart wants what the heart wants, Chad, okay?
Your new look is enchanting.
It's kind of absurd that Oko's removal is a plus and not minus. I mean, it's not strictly removal, right? It is removal if you can stall the board. But, you know, not bad.jpg for sure. Yeah, Oko is super powerful.
I think a little merriment is in order.
Recklessness and fear are the seeds of disaster. Secrets manifest before you.
All right, so let's start by kicking this out of here. The Marooner, thank you for the brand new Prime Sport. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, that's perfect, right? So we do this. It gets a counter. I draw a card. Oko only does artifacts and and creatures.
Oh dear.
Yeah, attack like this. So, unfortunately, their Oko is going to get to 3/3 my Great Henge next turn, but, like, my opponent's also just, like, getting close to dead at this point, which is nice. Yeah, the fact that I mean, to be fair, like, if my opponent doesn't make the bad attack, like, I don't make a bad block, so, like, if we're both playing well, it doesn't matter. But they messed up and I messed up back, for sure. So they're going to get to eat my 1/1 here, which is a little unfortunate. That explains there's their first white card they've shown us so far today. Brazen can bounce Planeswalkers. That is true. The 4/4 Grazer is like a king among men on this board, right? Oh, I get to keep attacking with my 5/5. Deal.
Expectations are exhausting.
This seems like good exchanges for me, right? Because, like, I'm going to get to finish off their Planeswalkers this turn, most likely.
Face and put on your true shape.
So, how can I split these attacks? So, I want to... I guess I have to send 3 things here. I guess I can't kill both, huh? But Oko hanging out for a turn's not a big deal. I want to end this so they don't have their card advantage, right? Yeah, I think I want to cut there. This is actual card advantage, right? Because, like, this turns my things into 3/3s, but, like, 3/3s are still pretty okay at this point. Whenever a green creature in the battlefield under control, put a 1/1 counter on him. Then if that creature's bigger than him, it gets another counter. Yeah, someone else, Tom, someone else said that the what's it called was off, the counting for them. Yeah, Giant's a good one to turn into an elk, because it turns into a 7/7, which is sweet. Stream Decker's probably going to have some load issues for the next few days. If I had to venture to guess.
Surely you see the humor here.
Alright, and Goose has an activated ability, so let's make some food. Oko plus Krasis. To be fair, Oko strips the flying and trample in that instance, but it does make the base creature bigger. So this is dead. The question is, do they want to double block something? I assume they want to double block my 5/5 or my 4/4 here. And I think I'd actually rather eat their food token than eat their Toll Smear inside of this combat. And the reason for that is this way, if they draw to their Toll Smear, they're down to whatever that is.
You're too close-minded.
I don't think I currently have a green-black hedge deck in the queue. As always, you can see the current queue that's simply not been updated for today here. And this is pretty good.
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
Really want like Growth Chamber Guardian here. That would let us start like. It's one of our sources of card advantage. I think I'm gonna make and then crack a food for some life here, just because I don't have anything else to do with my mana at the moment. Yeah, drawing a blue castle would be a good one. Yes, Charming Prince blinking does reset Oko. That's a good one. Shoot. Do we just send everything upstairs with that draw? Is that crazy? If I attack them with everything, they only have to block 1. They could, like, chump block here. Feel like I want to send these this way. Yeah, I think if we kill the Nissa, we're pretty... Because they can't chump block this, right? So they have to block both of these to save Nissa. And if they block both of these, they're taking 9, and Nissa's going to 2 anyways. So I feel like this split is good. If I'd have sent this here, it would have... if I send this here, it would hedge killing the Nissa. But I like pressuring their life total a little bit this turn too, I think. I guess they could go double block here, chump block the 4, send her to 3, trade with this. But I think that's still a decent exchange for me, right? My opponent has less than 12 minutes on their clock. I'm down to 17. Okay, yeah, and I think these are okay trades here. I think if we like eat this, trade here. They go to 3, Nissa goes to 2, like. Seems super reasonable for us. Chomp. Chomping at it. Gobble, gobble. The goose being like pay 4, gain 3 is actually pretty good here, huh? Apparently the opponent does not think good enough. Their last 2 cards must have been blanks, huh? Alright. Can we pop up into Mythic with blue-green Oko, chat? That's the question. Can we pop up into Mythic? Let's do it. Nah, I kept a 2-lander. Once upon a time is a land unless you don't want it to be. Like here, I don't want it to be, so it's not going to be. Questing Beast or Growth Chamber Guardian? You think it's Questing Beast? I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to take the Guardian there. He's pretty good. Yeah, I guess I keep that. Going on an adventure. Do. Send a strong message there. Let them know what's up. Let them know that we know. I think I want to just play a 5/5 here rather than play the Questing Beast. All right, so do I no longer read sub/tiers? No, I do. There's not been a sub/tier pop up on my feed, Roxer Boxer. If you just resubbed and you didn't send a notification message through, it probably didn't pop up. Sometimes you have to refresh your browser page for that to happen. Do you have a Defiant Strike? Yep. I think we just play this in Smash. We gotta try and run them down, right? Yeah, Questing Beast does stop protection from preventing damage, which is sick. Well, thanks for the resub, Roxor. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not popping up in the Twitch system. So maybe Twitch rolled out a new site changes today. Maybe they're eating messages. Whoa. That block seems absurdly good for us. Deal. The rest of their hand has to be like stone cold nothing, huh? Or just like a bunch of feathers. I suppose it could be a bunch of feathers. Gobble gobble. Huh? Probably just Growth Chamber Guardian, huh? Great Henge. Sad. Hey, Donna Ricario. Thank you for the 3 months of birthday. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. So they get to scry one here, but their creature is going to die here. So Questing Beast prevents protection from preventing damage. So Questing Beast is going to trade with Feather here. Which, maybe my opponent's aware of that interaction and, like, just wants their scry. Because, like, just getting their scry there is still, like, pretty reasonable, right? I mean, like, if they don't have anything better to do with that 1 mana, they should cast the God's Will and get a scry one there, right? It's just strictly correct. Huh? Oh, this was wrong. I should have shocked this in, probably. So they can't shock this in response. We're probably dead here, honestly. Like, they're gonna get to, like, scry plus draw a card at end of turn here. I suppose that they have Stone Cold Nothing, like, they're dead on board next turn, but, like, the odds of them having Stone Cold Nothing is incredibly low, right? They scried bottom. That bodes well for the home team. Man, I thought we were going to steal this game too. Matchups like this tend to be very hard for the archetype that we're playing. Like, the Feather deck's very good when Feather goes unchecked, right? And Feather very much goes unchecked against our deck a significant portion of the time. Yeah, the opponent's likely playing a deck that is based on Seth Manfield's deck from the top 8 of Twitch Rivals last week. So, it's actually one of the decks that the deck we beat in the quarterfinals with the Black Red Aristocrats deck. He was playing a Hero of the Precinct 1 Feather Redeem deck. Yeah, I feel like I should just concede, huh? I don't know. Maybe if there was any card that could pull us through what this feather is gonna do to us, it's probably the Great Henge, right? So let's give it the college best here. We could draw a series of a bunch of creatures here and maybe punch through. Like they're only drawing 2 cards a turn at the moment. And like Great Henge has the potential to draw us a lot of cards. It draws us a card with every creature that we play, right? Hey, Ghost Sandwich X, thanks for the 3/4 of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Probably just dead to Vindicator, God's Willing Pump. What pumps do they play? Striker. I also have a white creature, but I guess it has Trample, right? Like they just play Defiant Strike, right? This is on an adventure, so the glowing yellow here means it's not in my hand. Yeah, drawing a questing beast, or like drawing a couple creatures into a questing beast, like. I definitely agree we're behind, but I'm kind of interested to see if Great Henge can pull us out from a spot like this. If there's a card in our deck that can do it, it's definitely the Great Henge. Hey, Fury Panda, thanks for the 3 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Red Rover, let Feather come over. Great Henge gates us 2 when it activates as well, which is sweet. If we miss on a creature draw, we're out of Growth Chamber Guardians, unfortunately. Fallen BOA, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can ship your Bezo bucks to every month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending them my way this month and keeping me employed. All right. Sure. I think we just pass here, right? We actually might steal this. If they attack with Feather again, we get to flash this in, have 8 flying power. So like, if they get a little bit greedy here and attack with this again and they don't kill us, we could punk them out. We're also at a virtual 19. You know, I don't think you really need to aggressively mulligan for anything specific. Nope. Yeah, probably emo. It is for people who are Modern fans of my content. We are taking a short Modern hiatus on this channel. So today, tomorrow, and Saturday are all going to be long Standard only streams. If we keep an absurd viewer count, like, I don't know, let's say 2,000 plus, I'm probably going to do 10 hours every day for the next 3 days. Is this deck list available somewhere? Yeah, you can always find the current deck list I'm playing by typing !deck in chat and getting on my Stream Decker page. You can also find all of the upcoming decks we're going to be playing on stream in the deck queue on my website. bit.ly/deck queue for short. MTG bot is having a hard time this morning. Yeah, we do need to make sure that we have quad blue. Oh, that's another flying creature. That kind of sucks. What's our out here? Well, I mean, our out was literally killing them in the air next turn, which we could potentially still do. The Legionnaire is, in fact, a little bit big. All right, so now I think the plan is, I bet they're going to God's Willing something. And in response, we're going to go ahead and play Brazen Borrower here. Which lets us draw a card from the Great Henge. And then we can kick the target of this God's Willing here, so that they don't get the God's Willing back. Now, there is potential that they have a second God's Willing in hand already, because they have been drawing and seeing a lot of cards. But this will prevent God's Willing from resolving, which means they won't get it back to their hand. Hey, thanks for the Prime support, Wanabata. I appreciate that. Welcome. So make sure to just activate this to gain some life here. Oh, I could have made a... I messed up. I could have made a thing, right? Yeah, I could have made a food. I realized as soon as I clicked. Huh? Maybe I'm just supposed to scry there. If I'd have made a food... If I'd have made a food, I could have farted this and scried this turn, and now I have to choose between them, which is unfortunate. We'll see if that comes back to bite us here or not. I think we're just passing at this point. The blue-red flash deck was very bad. Is it crazy to attack with the 2/4/4s now that they don't have God's Willing? Yeah, the 2/4/4s don't do anything. It just, like, kills 2/1/1s. Oh, the 2/4/2s. Yeah, if this one wasn't summoning sick, I'd attack with both. So I think the line here is double block, chump block. If they have another God's Willing, we'll just like nope right on out, but this is just a trade here, right? I'm double blocking because their thing has double strike, and they're going to make it a 4. They're going to make it a 4. That's pretty good. Have I told you that Magic Arena is ready for a release? Have I told you that we are 1.0 stable software, ladies and gentlemen? Have I told you that Magic Arena reached an official release today? Can we get back in at least? We do at least get to reconnect now. We at least reconnected. That's better than it was prior. All right, so we're definitely playing a land here. Oh, I could put them to 4. I could like bounce this and smack them. I can technically win if we draw the other Brazen Borrower, right? So I can bounce this, and then I can cast Borrower to draw a card. And then I can draw Oko. Oko is an out 2. So assuming they have nothing, we have 1 Borrower and 4 Okos to draw 2 to kill them in the air. Can we scry and do that? We cannot, because I have to pay 3 mana to cast the Borrower. Oh, they hit the God's Willing. We tried. It was a hard-fought game. I'm surprised we were as in that game as we were for as long as, like, they had Feather going from, like, the very first turn, right? Hey, thanks for the 5 months there, Apostle SCR. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I kind of feel like I'm just clicking submit, huh? None of our sideboard cards are very good here. Big Z Wine, thank you for the 2 years of support. I appreciate that. Yeah, the hedge tried. Henge has a strong back, but it was not quite strong enough to carry us that game. Henge got a hernia trying to carry that one, basically. Alcohol, thank you for the tier 3. I don't know who missed it, me or your mobile, but thanks for keeping me around. Did I get Wada? Maybe I missed Wada too. I know I got Fallen BOA. I got Wada, the YouTube message remembers. Yeah, I think so too. I think if we would have hit the hedge earlier, if we would have hit the hedge before we started farting the Growth Chamber Guardians, we probably would have been okay. Yeah, this hand's fine. Not amazing, but fine. This is tapped, which is a little awkward, but... The goose is loose, chat. Get him. Hey, Root Samurai. Howdy, howdy. Think I want to lead on this. What's going on, Kid Martin? We're still playing the blue-green Oko deck. This one's felt pretty reasonable. Playing a lot of just like quality Magic the Gathering cards. Great Henge is really powerful. Probably worth. I saw Mr. Jensen was playing a green-black Henge deck that looked pretty reasonable. That's probably a good direction to explore with that card as well. Deckmaster has the new cards here. Oh, Deckmaster. Sorry, Stream Decker is updated. Deckmaster does not. The mouse over overlay does not have the updates yet. Alright, so we just do this. I have no idea, Root Samurai. Honestly, I feel like I should probably just fork the project and like set up my own server for it and submit my own Twitch extension. He's really slow and non-responsive to input. If they have a Defiant Strike here, I guess I'm not in trouble, right? Because Questing Beast prevents them. Yeah, this is fine. Since they block, we trade because Questing Beast. Questing Beast is just like, get you. Tradesies. The old 3-for-1 on the Questing Beast. Questing Beast getting around God's Willing is sick. Like, have a big old cup of nope. Alright. Upgrade the goose. Now the goose is thoroughly loose. Honk, honk. This might be a little brazen, but can I borrow that? I hate the name of this card. There's nothing, this card's text has nothing to do about borrowing things. I wonder if we bounce in response, they still scry. That is correct. If we bounce in response, they still scry. I wonder if this card did something else at some point in development. They just didn't rename it when they changed what the card did. I feel like that's a possibility. All right, so we're going to finish this matchup with this blue-green Oko deck, and then I'm going to run a quick ad break after this last game while I grab something to eat, because it's almost 1 o'clock here in the cornfields. And then we've got some blue-red Alliance, Ranklecrats, and then a whole lot more coming on up today still. My plan is to spend a minimum of an hour with every deck. We're probably going to spend closer to an hour and a half, 2 hours, the decks that seem interesting. We'll go from there. There's a lot of goodies in the deck queue to get through. Is this good enough? I feel like this isn't good enough, right? Like, it's like, I have a utility land, but it's pretty slow in this matchup. I think I want to mulligan for, like, a ramp spell. Alright. Huh? Do I bottom this? I mean, this is a keep. What do I bottom? I think I bottom the Grazer. The second Once Upon a Time costs mana. Because once you've cast the first one, the other one sees you've cast a spell. I think I just take the one that doesn't deal me damage here. And And then next turn I can cast once to find a third land to get the Lovestruck Beast on 3. Right? Or we could just draw it naturally. I think with drawing it naturally, I'm just going to go ahead and tempo them here a little bit. Just like kick this. Once isn't busted, but it feels pretty playable. This card, believe it or not, I think this card's better in Modern than it is in Standard, but I think it's plenty playable in Standard. Feels that way, at least. I would bet it's pretty close to busted in Modern. Would I play once in Black-Green Rock? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe you cut a couple lands for it. I would probably try it. Alright, if we draw an untapped land next turn, our hand is sick. If we brick, we're going to be a little bit sad. If we hit the land, we get to go Henge into Growth Chamber Guardian. Why must you taunt me so, deck? Why must you taunt me so? Do I want to bottom that? Yeah, probably. No, I don't think that's strictly true, Kid Martin. Especially if you're cutting lands for it.
Sing with me. I will enlighten you.
I have a 3/3.
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
Stratocaster, thanks for the quarter of a year. Sorry, I'm missing a lot today. There's 2,500, 2,400 people here. There's a lot of subs in chat too with the sub-only chat, so apologies if I miss your sub notifications. Feel free to poke me. Tajik's pretty good. Alright, so Oko's dead, but I get to eat a 3/2. Rankle is super powerful. I'm super excited to play a 4 Rankle deck later. If they have a shock here, I get in a little bit of trouble. Hopefully this is just God's willing. Oh, Integrity. Oh, I just threw. I forgot about Integrity. That sucks. All right, let's play one more with this one. I feel bad now. Don't have all the tricks that we're playing around memorized just yet. Apparently, Arena has no idea what rank we're going to. Yeah, and that's gonna be stock in that deck. That's yeah. Look at this. We are release ready. We are release ready. We are release ready. Yeah, the sponsors love Arena stability issues. We definitely called Arena a stable release because it's stable and ready to release and not to meet an arbitrary deadline pushed to make shareholders happy. That's definitely why we released, right, chat? Because it was ready to release, it's feature complete and stable, not because we had an arbitrary deadline to meet. Yeah, honestly, Marty, playing Mythgard yesterday and the day before gave me like Hex vibes, where it's just like, as a software product, it's just so much better than anything Wizards has ever made. And like, Mythgard's created by a small indie company and not a company with like $1 million backing. We're probably not going to play more Mythgard on stream for the next week or so while we play a bunch of Magic with the new set, but I'm going to get some Mythgard into my normal stream schedule, I think, after that. At least a couple hours a week. The gameplay seems pretty good, and the software is great. Yeah, server congestion is pretty common at release dates for most pieces of software, just because the number of people playing at release is going to be drastically higher than the number of people playing the rest of the year. So there's not really a strong reason for them to adjust their servers for release time. Release time peaks and valleys. Watch, he spent all their money each set on commercials. It's lack of caring about total quality / magic. More complicated or crunchy? I don't understand your question, all the good nuts. I'm sitting here slowly opening my 50 packs, one at a time, reading each card. The last two you've mentioned by name and said are really strong. I've opened up. Keep it up. I'll do what I can. All right, so this is... They only cast 2 spells per turn, but they don't have to pay mana for spells that have casting costs equal to or less than the number of lands they control. That's neat. I think I just, like, throw that back in their hand, though, right? Kick it. Is Fires great? I keep seeing people posting deck lists with cards. Why is this card good? So maybe I need to play with it, but I'm, like, not seeing why this card is super powerful offhand. It doubles your mana. So you view it as like red ramp, basically, is the idea. I guess it seems sweet with this card, huh? If you look at it as a red ramp spell, this card choking on mana was always your bottleneck. Good, I could see that. I think we've died, huh? I think we've died. So that 33 months in Syndium. I appreciate the continued support. Thanks for keeping me around. I guess this counters Niv for 1 mana, huh? Stroke counters their enchantment as well. I guess Brontodon kills their thing. So how do I want to sideboard, though? Does Oko not seem particularly good? I guess he downgrades their dragon. Is this too many counter spells? Maybe I just trim Once Upon a Time. Brazen Borrower is probably not very good. Is this too many counter spells? Griffin Bruce, thanks for the 37 months. Yeah, I think we want to just, like, try and pound down their door, right? With a couple of counterspells. Now, I think Grazer is important for getting our mana established. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year, K9G. I appreciate that. Sure. I think Grazer is better than Goose here, huh? And we did have Breeding Pool's Guardians full, which is very nice. Very nice. My opponent's playing Once Upon a Time in their deck too. Okay. Yeah, I guess Once Upon a Time is pseudo mana fixing in a way in their multicolored deck too, right? Because like gives you more chances to hit your correct colored lands. Seems sweet. Crack him for 6 here. Is haste just a green mechanic now? Like, the best haste creature of the last couple sets have all been green. It's been kind of weird.
This isn't a fight you can win. Don't worry, I got this.
All right, Oko, upgrade.
The brambles of truth whirl and curl, choking out lie. I invite you to change your ways.
So I get to hit them and still kill their Teferi. Man, questing beast is dope. God bless. All right, so the way that game played out, I think I kind of want Shifting Ceratops, huh? Is it crazy to cut some of the Great Henge here? I feel like at least a couple of these need to go, huh? That's just like not a portion of the game I really want to get to. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave one in. Let's do that. Yeah, we really could have used Questing Beast for beating up Nexus in the last standard set. At least we have it for Historic now, though. By the way, subs, it's not going to happen, probably not this week or next week, but once some of the hype around the new standard format has died down a little bit, we're going to add one historic day into the streaming schedule, and because we don't have a best of 3 historic queue, we're going to be doing the historic day as a sub battle day. So if you're someone who's interested in playing some historic, probably in a 2-ish week time frame, I'm going to add 1 day per week into the schedule where we do that. Can I do a poll on which day? Yeah, probably. That seems like a reasonable solution. So both of these lands are tapped. And I think I want a Fabled Passage before I Temple of Mystery, because I want to scry after I've shuffled. Bay of Wishes. Yep. This card seems sweet. It's a good blocker, too. What does scrying after shuffling achieve? Scrying after I shuffle means that if I put a bad card on the bottom of my deck, I'm not reshuffling that bad card back into my deck right away.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Can we have you build our historic decks for us to play against you? Maybe. Fabled Passage. Been a little awkward today. Maybe 4 is too many in my deck that has temples. It's like 8-ish tapped lands in a way. Do I have any interest in Brawl? I'm really not a fan of Magic as a best of 1 card game. Magic's an incredibly high variance game, and one of the few factors that we have that mitigate that variance is the fact that you can play a best of 3. So I have some, if there's no interest in historic and standard also starts to suck, we might explore Brawl on this channel, but in general I am not currently intending to play Brawl if I can fill enough content with standard and others. Can I eat your Fae? You don't want me to. All right, sweet. The land was a good draw here. Lets me go Yorvo here into the Gilded Goose, make this a 5/5. Would I put Bone Crusher in the Cavalier deck? Every red deck. Every red deck wants that card. Yeah, them missing their 4th lane is a big deal, obviously. The green cards in this deck seem really good. Yep. Yeah, I think there's probably a green-black hedge deck, too, that's really good. They have Solar Blaze? They do. Yeah, I'm just gonna play another one of these. Yeah, growth chamber plus henge is excellent for sure. Do you have another Solar Blaze, friendo? Wadakas! Thank you for the 10 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Ooh, that's a good draw. The goose does not honk. It's a little disappointing, really. How are they going to play a spell for free? I killed their enchantment. Is that lethal? That feels pretty lethal. Gosh, we're so close. We're so close. It felt lethal, but I was wrong. I apologize. Whoo! Papi! There's been a disruption in the force, chat. There's been a disruption in the force. Woohoo! That's a good one. That mystical dispute should be an all should be in all of your sideboards. Yeah, so thoughts on this one. The core of green cards here is definitely excellent. If you're someone who's not played a rotated standard format before, something I always like to focus on rather than the exact deck list we're playing, because exact deck lists take a while to tune, focusing on takeaways from which specific cards feel good tends to be more valuable in the early developments, just so you are slowly figuring out which cards you want to try in other shells. And basically, this package, even the Once Upon a Time, these cards here, this core of 4s, like, can probably have a number of these other 9 slots filled in a variety of ways. And I think I would be very surprised if something with this base doesn't end up being somewhat reasonable somewhere in this format. Would be my guess. Yeah, this is like the green Smash Shoe package, basically, right? The core details around it could change a little bit, but I like what's going on here for sure. All right, I'm gonna grab a snack and run a quick ad break. For those that are gonna see the ads, you're not gonna miss any content. I'm gonna get myself some sustenance here really quick. When I get back from the break, we're gonna play some blue-red Improbable Alliance here, as you see on the screen, and I'm gonna update the stream decker with that. So be right back. Thanks for hanging out, folks. What's on the snack menu? So I know I'm going to be streaming like 8 to 12 hours every day for the next 3 days, so I bought some real food. I've got like applesauce and cottage cheese and a couple of pre-made salads. So we're gonna be like relatively healthy. We have a cranberry walnut salad here. So that's what's on the menu. Alex, thanks for the 23 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. You subs trying to troll the non-subs, you're turds. Welcome back, non-sub family. I appreciate you hanging out through an advert. We're going to be... My approximate plan to stay refreshed is to take a 3-ish minute ad break every hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours or so. So, I'll finish